Hey, eighth grade, it's Mr. Gardner, and this is a review of lesson from Monday, the 16th, and Tuesday, November 17th, 2020. Well, congratulations, we have finished up the Bill of Rights, so we're about halfway through our Constitution unit. The next section that we're going to be looking at has to do with the three branches of government. And as we talked in class, they are the executive branch, legislative, and judicial. The executive branch deals with the president and the vice president and the cabinet. The legislative branch is made up of Congress, which is the House and the Senate. And the judicial branch has to do with the court systems. And in eighth grade, we're primarily going to be looking at the Supreme Court. To start, we did a quick look at the executive branch. And I do have the link to the YouTube video that we watched. If you'd like to watch it, feel free. It's a good one. And we just went over 5 points to start this part of the unit, just to get a look at the executive branch. And the first thing is the president is in this branch, and he's considered the commander-in-chief. The executive branch, their main job, or one of their main jobs, is to implement and enforce laws written by Congress. And we'll look at this soon. Congress, again, made up of the House and the Senate. It's their job to create laws, and it's the job of the executive branch to enforce those laws, make sure they're being carried out. This branch also is in charge of appointing heads of federal agencies. There are many, many different agencies in the executive branch, and we will be looking at some of those as we continue to study. But it's the job of the president generally to appoint heads of these agencies. The vice president is also in this branch, and it's his or her duty to make sure all the aspects of the vice presidency are covered, but then also be ready to take over the presidency if something should happen to the president. For example, if the president would be hurt or killed, or possibly have to go under for some type of surgery, the vice president then will take over the presidency until the president is ready to assume that responsibility back. And there's an entire line of succession that we'll be looking at that shows who's next in line to take over. Lastly, this branch does employ actually millions of Americans. So you may have family or friends of family that actually work for the government in the executive branch. And later on down the road, we will be looking at some different types of employment that are in this branch. Keep in mind, you do have an assignment due for me on Friday, and that has to do with a younger person's Bill of Rights. So I'm asking you to think about 3 things that you think you should have a right to that you don't currently. And I'd like you to explain to me why you think you should have that right, those rights. Remember, you may work on this alone, partner, or a small group. I'm telling you not to go to each other's homes due to the current situation. This can all be done through emails and texting, however you want to do that. But again, not urging you to go to each other's houses. As always, any questions, please reach out to me through email or through my office hours. Thank you.